Millions of years ago, our ancestors from Africa spread across the globe. You guys might be thinking, our ancestors are apes, aren't they? No. There's a common misconception that we evolved from apes and chimpanzees. However, our lines of descent split off 7 million years ago, and the apes and the chimpanzees are our cousins. There are many characteristics that distinguishes us and our ancestors from chimpanzees. For example, brain size relative to our body mass, our hand structures, like where our thumbs were placed, bipedal walking, their foot skeletal structure, etc. Natural selection was a key factor in the evolution of humans. For example, diseases began to spread, eliminating the weak hominids unable to adapt to the new environment. The hominids thrived in lush forests, but as the forest began to experience climate change, the forest turned into woodlands and open savannas. In the forest, they would often hide from predators by climbing up trees, but as climate change affected their environment, they needed to avoid predators by running in the open land or savannas, thus changing their skeletal structure. In present-day Ethiopia, scientists discovered a knee joint dating 3.4 million years ago, giving proof that hominids began to walk upright. Knee joints became broader to adapt to regular bipedal walking. Another 2 million years later, humans developed a curved spine capable of absorbing the shock obtained through bipedal walking. Homo habilis was the first evidence in a significantly larger brain than in previous generations. For example, they found the use of stone cutting as evidence. The Homo erector erectus were even taller and contained an even larger brain. They were able to adapt to move to different environments. There was also evidence that they possibly used fire. They also discovered teardrop hand axes dating 1.7 million years ago. And 1.5 million years ago, they had much better quality and multi-purpose tools. Scientists discovered that the Homo antecessor, Homo heidelbergensis, and the Neanderthals used firing hearths, blade tools, wooden spears, and composite tools. They also discovered that the Neanderthals moved to colder climates and invented clothing. In the discovery of Lucy, a Homo afarensis, scientists found evidence that humans today didn't evolve from chimpanzees, but rather they are a close relative. And in the discovery of Lucy, we also learned how important running and walking upright was, whereas brain power and size were insignificant. Scientists have also found evidence during a volcanic eruption that led to cement-like substance that left footprints of animals that once walked the earth. They differentiated humans from chimpanzees through foot bone structure. The chimp had a big toe that protrudes to grasp things, while the human toes are tightly knit like ours.
Selection and the evolution of hominids to adapt to the new environment, Homo sapiens arose. With their more complex culture and anatomy structure, they have been able to adapt to new environments quicker. Geographic isolation. Two groups of organisms are separated for thousands of years and become genetically incompatible. One of the keys to evolution is genetic mutation. Genetic mutation means that our genes mutate and develop newer and adaptive traits that can help us do more things in life. Another key to evolution is selection. Selection is how two different species determine how they are going to mate. Reproductive barriers include geographic isolation and selection. For example, if somebody is too far away or not attractive to a certain person, they are likely not to reproduce. You should constantly be up to date on your shots as it could prevent harmful disease to a certain extent. You should constantly be up to date on your shots as it could prevent harmful diseases and to a certain extent, death. We can use our creative minds to invent new technology to better and simplify our daily lives. For example, we can develop more environmentally friendly machinery that can save wildlife and decrease pollution and global warming.
It is important to have a good understanding of evolution because we can create new medicines to fight bacteria that is adapting to certain current medicines. It allows us to develop new, higher producing crops and gives us a better understanding of life around us. The choice to vaccinate or not is a choice that displays our understanding of evolution. Those that choose to vaccinate understand that bacteria and viruses adapt, and develop a tolerance and resistance to medicines and vaccinations. Those that choose not to vaccinate believe that vaccinations are pointless and have a lesser understanding of the speed at which viruses and bacteria can mutate.